Welcome back to another episode of the Art Award. Man, I'm in Philly. I'm with another world champion, 4-time world champion to be exact. He just moved up February 1st to the featherweight division to dominate Brandon Figueroa to capture the WBC featherweight title. I believe his best performance yet. He's one of the great personalities in the sport. He's always smiling, but he'll put hands on you in real life. I want to welcome to the show, man, my brother, Stephen Cool Boy Steph Fulton.
It's good.
Man, how you doing, brother?
I'm fine, man.
Man, how you doing after the last win, February 1st? You proved a lot of people wrong. How you feeling about that?
I feel good, you know? I take things one day at a time now. Like, I'm not overlooking anything, so I just feel good overall.
Is that the fight you had in mind? That the way that played out?
Yeah, but I thought he would like engage more and like bring it to me ahead of time, like from round one, but he didn't.
He tried. You wouldn't let him. He tried. He was trying to bring it. Man, you was clicking all the boxes, bro.
Yeah.
And beautiful performance, bro.
Yeah, it was
Beautiful
a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
It's a good night.
Man, it's a good night. It's always a good night. You get that hand
night.
raised, man, get that check, and take that hardware home. It's a beautiful night. Yeah, kiss the family.
Mm-hmm.
Man, take me back, man. First of all, you gotta clear something up for me. So I sent you a voice memo. I'm doing some research online. And the internet got you turf hopping, man. I'm from, we call it turf hopping. So one article will say you from West Philly, other article say you from North Philly. Please clear that up before we get started. Where you from?
All right, I have to break it down like this. So before I moved to West, I was living in North. Like my whole, you know what I'm saying, coming up. I think I moved to West when I was like 7 or so. And then my dad came home when I was 10. After that, I moved right back to North and went to school, William D. Kelly out there. I stayed out there, I was commuting back and forth. So my whole family, my dad, my mom, my aunts, everybody, we all from North. But since I would feel like I was like raised in West and I stay out there more, I say West.
Okay.
But shout out to North though.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the West ain't no joke.
Yeah, they got a little bit more wilder just around this time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, you started off, man, you know, your life wasn't easy, and we're gonna get into it, but man, you were born with a hole in your back, bro.
Mm-hmm.
From what I read, probably because of your mother's drug use, and I know you were self-conscious about it when you were younger and stuff like that. How did you process that when you realized what you was dealing with?
At first I didn't care. Like when you're a kid, you hear that, you just be like, I feel like an alien. Like I felt that creative at first. I was going around school telling people I got scratched and bit by a tiger, and they would believe me. So, but I feel like as I got older, then I started really thinking like, this is probably why I'm a little effed up in the head sometimes. I'm not really effed up, but you start wondering like, why are your habits the way they are and things like that. So I feel like when I hit a certain age, you know, I had a lot of rage in me and stuff like that, a lot of anger, but I also was raised around those things too, so I didn't know where it came from.
When you started figuring out where that came from, did you start to build up any resentment for your mother?
Yeah, I did. Plus, it was like how we was raised, so I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I did.
How did you know, a lot of times we grow up, we don't have like formal outlets to deal with that stuff, right? Like we may or may not believe in God, but we also don't know how to walk it out sometimes. Or we're not getting counseled, and for a lot of families, you're not talking about stuff. Boy, shut up. That's just the way it was.
That's exactly how it was.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So how have you dealt with that throughout the years? How did you deal with it then? Like being able to, you know, stuff with your mother and your father?
I dealt with it. Music. I love music. So I when I was coming up, I had all 3 sisters, mothers. My father wasn't around, aunts. My cousins was majority female, so I never was like around a lot of men. So like when they would play house, I'm playing house with them and stuff like that. But it came to a point where it was like, when things start not going my way as far as them female just being annoying to me, I had to like, my outlet was my imagination. And I feel like that's what turned my boxing up at a young age when I did start, because I had a crazy imagination. If you know how to use your imagination, then you can, you know, take yourself anywhere. You just gotta outthink it. And I feel like that's what it was for me. That was my outlet, my music and my imagination. And then once I hit a certain age, I just disconnected myself away from them. Cause I wanted better. I didn't want to be around that anymore.
Was you a bad kid?
I was a good kid, but you
look like you was mischievous. I'm gonna give you that. I ain't gonna say you was bad, but you look like you was doing little stuff you shouldn't have been doing.
I could have been.
Yeah?
I could have been.
Was you a ladies' man in school?
Oh yeah, the females always loved me. Yeah, they always
You see how
loved
you
me.
just
Cause I
said
know how
that,
to
bro?
handle myself though.
I'm saying, you see how you just said, oh yeah, females always love you. Yeah.
No, yeah, I know how to handle myself. Then you gotta get used to like your mom friends or the teachers. Oh, you're so handsome. You gonna be this when you grow up. I'm like, yeah.
Man, Pops wasn't around for the first 10 years of your life. Like, when did you start realizing that, like, my dad ain't here?
I noticed that at a young age. I remember one time I was crying because I wanted my pop. And I forgot around what holiday it was. It was Thanksgiving or something. And you know, my mom Christian, so she celebrate all those things. So that's how I grew up. I grew up in a Christian household. But my father, you know, always instilled that I was Muslim.
Okay.
Like,
Even when he was locked up, he was telling you that?
Like,
Really?
yeah. But I went to church. I played the drums, all those things, with my aunt, cause they owned the church. But to be back on topic, I feel like I always noticed he was gone, but it was like when things got a little rough, that's when I would like look for that person to come help me fix this problem, mistake as a young kid, and
You felt
I
that
didn't have
void,
that.
yeah.
So I had to go by myself. I talk to myself. I never would answer myself, but I would talk to myself. Like, you know, you talk to yourself in the head. You're just like, man, I'm crying. I'm punching walls. I'm doing stuff. Yeah, I put a hole on my wall before. Yeah, so
I
like,
think we all probably did that a couple of times. Yeah.
yeah, so
But
I was searching for it.
You chose to be a Muslim?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, what was it about that versus the way your mother raised you?
Because my mom never like really took me to church and things like that. I had to run away from my mom for her to send me with my father's sister, which is my aunt, and then I started going to church with them. I was in all like every Saturday. What do they call it? The Sabbath or something like that. I was doing all those type of things. So that's how that came about. But when my father came home, you know, I always took to my father. So it was like I can't wait till my dad come. My dad came home. He picked me. He got me in boxing. Then after that, we was at the mosque and everything. So you know, he was trying to get me back on course of the religion thing. I had took classes and stuff like that.
You feel like that helps you though, just in terms of life, things you've dealt with in the past, the peace you know, do you feel like it gives you peace, real
With my
peace?
father?
No, your faith,
My
being a Muslim.
I
Like,
feel
can you
like
say you feel peace being a
I
Muslim?
feel like I can. I feel like I can. But then I also have my girl who's Christian. So, you know, she gives me insight from, you know, the Christian way as well. But it's like I understand that way because that's how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight how you was raised. You can try to better it, but you know, sometimes you may still pull some things from where you know, how you was raised or where you from. So that I feel like I don't know, man.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah, it
That's
is,
interesting.
right? It get
Your
crazy.
girl's a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she be talking to you?
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
time.
that's
And
what's
she
up.
sent me some stuff to read. I mean, watch before I came here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, do the Christian, man.
She be drawing.
That's funny. That's interesting though. That's
No, that's
interesting.
real though. That's real
That's
though.
interesting. How's your relationship with Pops now?
Oh yeah, that's my dog.
It's good?
Yeah, he cool. I never had an issue with him.
Yeah.
He's a peaceful person, things like that. I wish he was a lot more, how can I say it, hands-on with things. I can say that. I wish he would, was a lot more aware of the people he was around, like came back home and people he was around, things like that.
But he's still in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all ever have a chance to like unpack, like just, hey man, son, this is what happened, man. You know, I apologize for being gone. Did he ever have that moment with you?
I'm not fully sure. I feel like we say little things, but not really. Like you saw we having this, we never had this. And I feel like that got a lot to do with me too, because he wasn't around, I wasn't comfortable opening up. Like I don't just be comfortable opening up to him, but it's crazy because I could open up to a stranger because I won't get judged by a stranger, but family and friends tend to judge you a lot. Yeah, so I always wanted that, but it's like, when you know how it is when you get around something that you say you want, but then it make you uncomfortable a little bit, and that's how it was for me. But I love my pop though. I love my pop. And I always look at it like this. If my pop was away the first 10 years of my life, and he was in and out of like communicating with me for the time he was home, and I still love him, I knew my kids gonna love me. Cause I'm always around
Was you
my
there?
kids.
Yeah.
Like I just dropped my kids, both my kids off to school. I had my nephew with us all week. So
Yeah, you was with him last night when I FaceTimed you.
I'm an
Yeah.
outstanding father, bro.
That's what's up.
I'm an outstanding
That's
father.
what's up, bro. I gotta shake your
Yeah, I'm
hand
an
on that
outstanding
one,
father, bro.
We need more of those in the world, man.
What up, it's your boy Ak. And I'm Barack the Boxing Bully. We have some amazing fights coming your way.
And we teamed up with our partners at DraftKings so you could jump in all the action.
The face of boxing, he's back out in May, but not in Las Vegas, in Saudi Arabia against William Skull. This is an undefeated fighter, Barack. Like, we know that boxing is a theater of the unexpected. We cannot take Skull lightly.
No, you can't. And I know fans are upset because they like going to Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena and see Canelo fight, but it is what it is. We get to see him fight. And you remember the last Cuban fighter he fought, 2014. That was his last split decision. So you can't take this guy lightly. He got a Cuban background. You know he's crafty, skillful, never been defeated. Not to say that Canelo can't win, but he doesn't like to fight those guys that move a lot. So this could be a tough fight.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Canelo will win this fight, Barack. You know I'm not shy in making predictions. Look, this is a fight none of you want to miss, all right? So check out what DraftKings has to offer, but make sure you use my promo code ATSFIGHTS. The crown is yours.
With so many different ways to play, DraftKings has something for every sports fan.
Stay in on the action all night long.
Check out all that DraftKings has to offer, either on the app or on the website. So what you waiting for? Download the DraftKings app right now.
But listen, all you new customers, make sure you use my promo code ATSFIGHTS. Level up your fight night experience.
So, you know, your mother, she's doing the best she can, raising you and your sister, right? Your sister,
Yeah, my older sister.
your older
was
sister,
there.
she pretty much played a mother role, right?
She had to at a young
Yeah.
age.
Cause mom, she dealing with an active drug addiction. It's crazy. It took me back to my childhood because I seen a quote from your sister saying that y'all would be playing cards or spades or whatever, and your mama just dip and leave, and then come back like nothing happened. She was like, I know what she was doing.
You could see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Whole demeanor change.
Like I was in the basement one time, and you know my mom is like the person where you know she like when we speak about like being from North, like anybody come in the house, we got men in the house, but nobody's like sexually active, like being sexually active when they come in the house, but they just running in and out. Like it's like a block mom. Anybody could come up and chill in the house, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, I forgot how old I was, but I was, you know, I've always been a small guy. Like I was 4'9" in ninth grade. So I'm small as hell. I don't know how old I was, but in the basement, my mom had this guy come over, like he used to be chill, but we know him, like he's from around the hood and everything. And he had a plate, and it was under the, you know how you got the little sofas that pull out into a bed? It was one of them in the basement. You know, I got skates. I play in the basement by myself. Skating and everything by myself, but it wasn't like a fixed basement with like where you got the sheetrock all walled and everything. And I went under the couch. I don't know if something fell under there or what made me go under there. I think I was just being curious. It was a plate full of like crack and stuff with
Chopped
the
up.
what's it called?
Razor.
The blade, yeah, the
Yeah,
razor,
yeah.
nice little bag. So I wasn't fully aware of what it was, but I knew what it was. But it was like before I actually played it, I just grabbed it and I took it upstairs to my mom. I gave it to her because I used to see like the little cut up straws and stuff on the table, and I used to like I remember the habits. I remember like the things that she would do, like this with her hand, and there used to be like bear on a table. They play cards. They do all those type of things. Eyes real glassy, and then she would. But that's the time. Yeah, but that's the time where she would be the nicest.
When she was high.
That would yep, because it was like you were under a substance, so it kind of suppresses everything else. But then when they get off, it's like, it's anger, it's rage, you know what I'm saying? But that's the time when she was the nicest. And I feel like that's the time where I could ask her for anything, because I know how to give it.
you was using it to your advantage. Yeah. Man, that's heavy, man. Just even hearing you talk, it just bring me back. You know,
Yeah.
Man, you don't forget that.
At all. That stay with you.
Even the lies they tell, well, I'm doing this because of this. I ain't forgot that. I remember some stuff. I don't know how I remember this.
Nah,
but it's
right.
like, you know, I guess it's a form of trauma. You know what I'm saying? We don't know it to be trauma, but it's a form of trauma because the kids shouldn't be seeing that, and it's real heavy. And it's something in your spirit that knows that this ain't right. You can't articulate it, but, you know, I guess it's just something that we just, you know, got to overcome, man. But outside the house, how was you navigating North Philly, West Philly, with everything that was going on? Cause it ain't all bad in the hood.
No, it's not.
know?
You know, but I still felt alone. Cause my sisters can't relate to me. Like none of them really can relate to me. My mindset was always different than them, and it's like it's self-explanatory because like the position I'm in right now, with all due respect, in the position that they're in. So it's like, you know how it is when you just, I don't know, you feel like you the one. That's how I always felt coming up. So commuting back and forth, I used to catch the 15 on Girard at 10 years old, go all the way to North Philly, 28th and Oxford, walk all the way down like 20-something, 28th and Girard, then I walked to 28th and Oxford. Go to school by myself and everything. Nobody, like my father wasn't there to meet me at the bus stop. I had to do that on my own. And sometimes I had to ride my bike across that bridge, the Zoo Bridge. I remember times I would have to walk from North Philly to West Philly a lot, you know, but that's just, I don't know. But things wasn't always bad. It was good in the hood, you know. Friends, it was fun. But you do have your times
You
where
just got the other stuff going on too.
Yeah, you do have those times. You always gonna have them.
I read where you said that at a certain point, the drug dealer, that picture started to become something that you was like, man, I think I might want to do this. What age were you when you started feeling like that?
I think I was like 13, 14, 15, 16.
What was it about the drug dealer?
It was easy money.
The money?
Mm-hmm. It was easy money. And like I said, it's everybody around the hood do it, you know. We are influenced by the ones around us. So I was always around a lot of guys that did those things, and a lot of them that I called my homie coming up, even though they were a little older than me, are killed. None of them in jail right now. They all just dead.
You're talking about that mural
Yeah.
with all them faces on there.
Yeah.
Man, you dealt with a lot of loss in
It's a
your
couple
life.
more
man.
of that. It's a couple
Yeah,
more.
sis, that's not on the mural?
Yeah, it's a couple more of them. Yeah.
I haven't lost a lot of friends to street violence. I've lost a few. How have you dealt with that throughout the years?
When I was a little bit more younger, I remember the first time Rel got killed, and dirt bike Rel. You know, he had the hood on smash with the bikes. I remember the first time, and I actually was over somebody's house, and I just kept crying. I woke up in the middle of the night and just cried. That was different for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like, he was like Superman to us in the hood. Like, nobody can beat him. 6'4", something like that, big black bull. Strong, knocking people out, don't even fight,
got
none of
hands?
that. You know what I'm saying? And then if it got down to it, he'd do that too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, he was like, and then but he looked out for everybody. It was a genuine person. He wasn't a mean person. He looked out for everybody. Always having fun. So when that happened, it was just like, that took a piece of my neighborhood. Yeah, it took a piece of my neighborhood.
He died on the bike?
No, he got killed.
He got killed.
And then his best friend, who was Meatball, we all grew up around each other. He wound up getting killed like a year or two after him.
You know, sometimes when people have a lot of death around them, you know, especially when you're young, you can start to feel like it's coming for you next. You ever felt like that?
I feel like that's why I had my first son. I believe I told Wahid that before. Like, I just felt like I needed to leave something here before anything could happen. And I wasn't, at that time, I wasn't even in the streets, but it's just.
You around it. I mean, you traveling through the streets.
So it was like anything could have happened. I feel like that's the real reason why I had my first son. And it's crazy because death worked so crazy. When Ralph died, he had a dog named Jeez. And Jeez would bite everybody. Like, he'd just sick him on him, and Jesus just go. But if he say stop, Jesus stop. Jeez walked from Southwest to West Philly on the corner of my mom's block on Fowler Street, and laid there. And then I remember the next, like a day or something after, I'm not sure, the dog died. Like a couple days after he died, got killed. That's how crazy I be feeling like the world is. Dog wasn't sick or anything, not to my knowledge.
And Pop's got to be hearing some of the stuff that's going on.
No, he hear everything.
Right? What is he saying to you when you losing friends, when he know what your mom got going on? What is he saying to you?
I feel like it was just like I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I feel like it was just like keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing. He always motivated, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, son, I'm proud of you. Just keep doing what you're doing. Block the outside noise and things like that. You know, those things stick with me. I hear those things. But sometimes you still need that person to still.
Day to day, yeah.
Yeah, like even give you a hug, grab you or sometime, or take you somewhere.
Yeah.
We men and everything, but, we still need that affection. Like, I give that to my sons, and I see how they react off it. So I imagine, like, if I had that, like, how would I be? You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna ask you about that. Are you doing everything that you didn't get
Hell yeah.
to them and with
Hell
them?
yeah. Yep. I play with my son. I never played with my pop. Like, we probably took me to the courts a couple times, but it was always like my 2 boy cousins, well, 3, couple uncles and stuff like that. But you know, I'm small, so I couldn't really do nothing with them. So I would just sit back and just watch.
Bro, you breaking them generational curses, bro.
Yeah, a lot.
You changing them patterns, man. That's powerful.
Yeah.
So Pops get out, finally, you what, 12 years old?
Yep.
That's when he,
I think I was 12, 10 or
12,
12.
yeah.
10 or 12. I think I was 10. I started boxing at 12.
Yeah.
Either or.
Okay. So that's when the whole concept of the boxing started taking place. He said, man, you wanna box?
Yeah, he actually took me to the mosque on a Friday. Hamza was there. You know, I used to live with Hamza as a kid. I knew them since I was a baby.
Muhammad?
Yup, I knew them since I was a baby. So, you know, they met up outside after it was over, started talking. You know, he catching up with him, mind you. He's still just coming home himself, so he catching up with him and things like that. What y'all doing? He said, no, we train kids, this and the third. I remember that like it was yesterday. Then he pulled a picture out, showed a picture of Tay, somebody that used to box with us. And it was PJ. They called him Corn Chip. It was PJ. And he's actually doing 20 to 40 right now. Yeah. So,
20 to 40?
Yeah. Yeah.
Football numbers, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jersey numbers, right?
Man.
And then he showed me the picture of them. They was all cut up. And mind you, I'm a little guy. Never had a trophy. My mom never put me in any sports, none of that. So I was just out here.
Oh, your mom ain't put you in no sport,
I don't know, bro. I was just out here, bro.
Yeah, she probably
it
like,
wasn't
you
even
too
just a
small
small shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, bro. And then you got all your friends, everybody on the block got trophies to say they did something. My dad got me, soon as I got into it, I feel like I ain't want to let up. And I wanted to be the best.
How long did it take before it started being fun? Like, oh, I could do this. Like,
It was fun instantly.
yeah?
I challenged myself. And then when I see I scan a room. When I want to do something, I'm scanning the room. Like, I'm watching who in there, I'm seeing what they're doing, and I know I can do it better. I'm gonna show them I can do it better. I'm gonna keep putting the work in. I won my first tournament. Like, these guys that been on the team, been on there for years, never won a tournament. My first year, I won a tournament. I street won ringside, won the silver gloves. You know, ringside was in August. Silver gloves come back around
Was
like
the Silver
January.
Gloves in Lenexa, Kansas still at that time?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they is.
Still in Kansas.
That's the Silver Gloves I went to.
Yeah, so I turned up out there. I won both of them tournaments back
How many
to back.
times you won a Silver Glove?
Only won it once.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be twice.
You still had the belt and the Silver Glove?
Yeah, I still got everything.
Yeah.
Well, that stuff in my mom's house.
That's all you want to do at that age is get them gloves and get them gloves and
But
get that belt.
y'all had the jacket. They ain't give us
we
the
had
jacket.
the
They gave us
jacket.
that corny behind hoodie.
Yeah, we ain't
That
get no
hoodie
hoodie.
was
We had
corny.
a silver coat,
Yeah,
like
that
a puff
shit.
coat.
I'm expecting me to get one because, you know, I got hems in them telling what all in my ear. Yo, they give out these hot behind jackets. And I'm sitting there looking like, damn, I want a jacket. I didn't get a jacket.
That's crazy. They gave y'all a hoodie?
They gave us a hoodie, bro. The hoodie wasn't even, I wore the hoodie to school, though. That was one of them moments. You wear the hoodie to school, yeah, national champ. What y'all talking about?
What you feel like boxing gave you at that time that you was missing?
Peace. It gave me peace. It gave me like a brotherhood. I never had a brother, so it gave me that. Discipline. It definitely taught me discipline. It taught me how to just look at a person when they talking crazy. Just because I know what I can do to you right now. You don't even know what I can do to you right now. And so it gave me that. You know what I'm saying? It's the same with in the streets. Like when you don't even know what I can. So you just be more calm. Like you're not quick to, look to fight or do anything because you know what you can do. So it gave me that sense of security within myself, knowing that I could protect myself, my friends, or whoever around me, and that's what I was doing too.
It's crazy. I was talking to the fellas today, just talking about the Nationals and how, you go to the Nationals and, you got the Philly cats, you got DC cats, you got Detroit cats. It's people from all over the country. And everybody got their little thing. You know what I'm saying? So I knew back in the day with Nas and, the Concrete Jungle, Rock and Tiger. Really it was Rock, 'cause I think Tiger was a little bit older. Well, they twins, so I never seen Tiger, but I seen Rock.
They're not really twins though, right?
Are they?
They are.
They twins? Yeah, they twins. They look identical, yeah.
I thought they just was some muscle head.
Nah, they. So we had, it was, who else was it? Really, it was a whole squad, right? Like they came in there, Most of them had koofies on, but I'm a young kid from California. I'm like, man, these dudes, it's crazy. They seem militant.
Yeah.
You got the Detroit cats saying what they saying, and you got cats from down south. So we know who's who. How would you describe a Philly fighter? Like, who is a Philly fighter? If I say, what's a Philly fighter? I know about the toughness, but it ain't just that.
We smart, bro. We rugged, though. We smart.
Y'all don't get credit for being smart. I
At
think
all.
now you are more because of fighters like yourself and Bernard going from executioner to B-hop,
Yeah.
showing different elements of the
we
game.
smart, though. We smart fighters, bro. Very intelligent fighters. But sometimes we can let that toughness get the best of us. And that's the only thing. Like, sometimes you really you need that person to save you from you. Like, you need that person. Cause like on my come up in my career, I was taking I don't give a F, cause I knew I could beat these guys. Like, I knew I could beat them. So that right there explains a Philly fighter. Like, versatile, we could fight any style. We not scared of nothing. And we smart as hell. Like, Brother Nye used to always say that. Like, what type of fighter are you? So I'm like, I'm slick, I'm a smart fighter, I'm fast, this and third, and he stopped me. You're an intelligent fighter first. And ever since then, anytime somebody asks me, what type of fighter you are, I'm an intelligent fighter. Think my way out of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
What I told you, I seen you the day before your fight, your last fight. What I tell you when I seen you in the gym?
You said, use your head.
I said, hey, bro, be smart,
Be
bro.
smart.
I said, be smart, bro. We can get to the rumble. You gonna get to that? Just hey,
It'll happen. You just gotta be smart first.
just do it the right way, man. Make it easy on yourself.
Right.
That's first.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because in the pro game, it's almost like they want to finesse you out that position and tell you, oh, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about that. It's like, look, bro, that's the cloth I'm cut from. Like, I'm personally cut from a cloth where you got Jimmy, Virgil's old trainer, right? Charlie Smith, these old school trainers, right? They got dudes gunslinging. I mean, you going from city to city trying to make a living, and I gotta stay safe so I can keep making money. My main goal as a trainer is to get you home safe to your family. That's the cloth that my coach is cut from. We gonna entertain you, but it's gonna be on our turn.
All right.
So it's just crazy hearing these people that, oh, this is boring, that's boring. It's like, brother.
You know what's crazy though? I ain't had nobody personally tell me that. Like, nobody want to see that. Cause my next question was like, "Are you get the f in there?"
Yeah,
And I get in there with you.
yeah. It's like your last fight, right? They was booing, but I'm like, I'm yelling at the TV, like, what is y'all
I ain't even
booing
hear
about?
him boo. I heard like one boo.
But you know why they was booing, right?
Cause I was whooping his.
Yeah.
I heard one boo.
The wrong guy was winning.
Yeah, I already knew that. I already
Yeah.
knew that. I heard like a boo like one time. Other than that, and I think when he did it, a lot of I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is they? I'm fighting. I'm like, what the fuck is they
I couldn't
booing about?
believe it, bro. I was so mad. I'm like, this, and it was a good scrap.
Yeah, it was.
Like, he wasn't doing, Figueroa, man, credit to him, he wasn't doing what he wanted to do, but y'all was rumbling.
He couldn't do what he
It just
wanted
was
to
on
do.
your terms. But I'm like, it's action in the ring. What y'all talking about? What more y'all want? For you to stand there and let him hit you? That's what they wanted.
Nah. Like, say, I'm gonna drop a jewel. I never had this I never said this in an interview. The first fight, that me piss blood, bro. I peed blood my first fight with Brandon Figueroa. I was in the shower, yeah. But he was hitting me on my hips and everything. It took me like 3, 4, no lie, I swear to God, 3 to 4 months for my hip and me to walk.
To get
straight.
right?
Yep. Like like the next morning, I couldn't get out of bed. I had to roll out, and I was sitting there.
Yeah.
But that night I had pee blood, came out like cranberry juice. I didn't know what it was at first. I stopped. Then I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he got you. He got you.
Yeah, he fucked my body up.
Ain't nobody got time for that every fight.
No, hell no.
Just so you can say I'm a warrior.
Yeah, hell
Just
no.
so you can have a good headline about me. Come on, bro.
No,
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Because that stuff gonna happen anyway, sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna happen anyway, even if I'm doing it on my turn, just like that sometimes.
Yep.
But that stuff gotta be minimal. So when this thing all said and done, we can have a conversation. You can understand me, I can understand you.
Yeah.
Because y'all ain't gonna be around.
And we can talk straight.
Yeah, because that's the thing too, man. One thing I notice is I be in these rooms, right? Hall of Fame, whatever, where it's older fighters. And unfortunately, a lot of them, they dealing with stuff, and it's like they kind of shuffle in the room, and it's like you get the round, like, oh, the champ, and they pat you on the back. And as soon as he leaves, I see everybody whispering about him. Man, he doesn't look good. Man, you could barely understand him. I would be noticing this stuff at 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old. I'd be talking to Verge about it, like, man, Verge, why they doing that?
Yeah, I don't want that to happen to me.
He
Stuff
said, hey,
like
baby, this is the way it is. He said, but you're gonna be different. So when I now fast forward to being a pro fighting big fights, this is what I'm raised on. I'm raised on, nah, we getting home to your wife and kids and we gonna make this as easy as possible. So we not trying to hear all that.
100%.
You remember the first time I seen you?
Yeah, nationals.
You remember? Yeah.
U.S. championship.
Spokane, Washington, bro, in the middle of nowhere, Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
I gotta take a little credit for your career, bro. Just a wee bit. Cause I had a list, I had a piece of paper, right? All the people that were standouts. I had you on that list. I said, oh, he different, I like him.
Yeah.
I think you won it that year, right?
Nah.
You didn't win in 2013?
Nah.
For real? Who you fought?
I don't know. I
thought you won that.
Did I fight in 2012 and 2013? I think I lost in like the finals, one of them Jones, to a Mexican. I'm sitting there like, I'm boxing. He just keep
thought
coming.
You won?
His name was like Eduardo or something like that.
Yeah, what's that?
And I be looking at like, I look at it now like, bro, y'all not even doing shit with y'all careers in boxing. Y'all could have just, it was a hobby. I could have won that.
Yeah.
I really be looking at it like that, but I don't know why they like, bro. I feel like I won that fight, bro. And he's from Chicago. He's with Kenneth Sims.
I can see it, bro. You had something. You had something.
I was boxing him too.
Yeah, you had something.
And I knew I had to because he kept coming. Like the style I have, us type of fighters, the boxers have problems with guys who can press the forward, like press the issue and bang and box. I don't no more. So that's why I can say that. Like whoever else got a problem with that, y'all gonna have to figure that out. Cause this, you know what I'm saying? This sport is every man for themselves. Like we the only ones in there. You know what I'm saying? I can give you advice. Like, I give all the young boys advice. I look out for all the young boys. Somebody got a trip going on, they reach out to me, I look out for them. Cause I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that position where nobody did that to us. Like nobody did that for us. Nobody looked out for us, gave us sweatsuits and stuff like that. It was only a selected few. Like selected few people that like, along with Hamza, then we had a guy, a young boy named Nate and his step pop. And his little brother Puda. They ice decked us out with the headgears that with our name on it at a young age and stuff like that. Nobody else did that for us though.
Oh, y'all remember them headgears?
Yeah, we had the cups and everything, headgears decked them out, you know what I'm saying? But now that's what I do for the kids. For the youth, yeah.
Y'all got a lot of gyms still out in Philly. Like the fight scene, what you think?
I don't know. I feel like things still divided, but you know, everybody got their own little section, their own teams.
But there's a lot of gyms though. Like people, they still rumbling.
I think so. I'll be out of the loop with some things. When
like the amateur
gym.
stuff?
Yeah. So it takes for like somebody, like Lil Wawa wanted them to be fighting for me to know a fight going on, or somebody, Danny Garcia reach out, yo, they got the amateur fights, or he have a Pro-Am card on one of his shoes.
Man, you turned pro at 2014 at 19 years old. Why didn't you stay around for the 16 game?
Cause I wasn't trying to stay around for no 2 more years.
So a gold medal was never like really your plan?
Nah.
Really?
It wasn't big. That gold medal stuff was big back then. Now that stuff is a business for them other countries. It's a business. The United States is not really big on those type of things. And I was trying to make money, not for myself, but for my family and everything. And then once I got the money, it was like I see how my family and everybody was acting.
Yeah.
So it was like,
it's different.
Yeah, it ain't how you think it's gonna be. Like you gonna get on, you gonna take care of everybody. Cause then you start looking like, damn, when I'm gonna be able to take care of myself. So,
how you deal with that now?
I say no now. Took me a while, but now I realize you can't save everybody, and I encourage every young fighter to not have that survival's guilt. Don't feel guilty because you the one that made
That's
it.
what it is. That's
all it boils down. You feel guilty because you the one that made it.
And the manipulation. You can't give me. I just gave you something last month.
Mm-hmm.
I just bought you
I
a car.
I deal with that all the time, bro. Like nobody can say nothing about me when it comes to me looking out for my family, bro. And my family is the one that knows like what I do. Like I done dropped off bread plenty of times. 50,000, 25,000, 5,000, 10,000. I still do it to this day. It may not be the big amount, but I still do it to this day. Like
that's a crazy
2023,
amount, though,
my
bro.
Cash App history, I had $143,000 worth in Cash Apps that I sent out.
That's crazy work. 143?
Yeah, I got it in my phone.
Bro, that's tuition. That's you know what I'm saying?
But then you look at like nobody got nothing to show for it. Where's all this money going?
Point.
I'm saying I'm paying for people to
That's
move
a
over
mortgage.
here, come back when they don't work out.
That's them rental mortgages, house mortgages, tuition, all kind of stuff.
And people don't notice it until it all stops. Then they see what the hell you've been doing for.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes you gotta say no so you can let what's really there come to the surface. And then you realize, man, I probably done saved myself $200,000-$300,000 and a whole lot of, it ain't all fake, cause there's certain people, man, you wanna take care. I wanna make sure my mama good. I wanna make sure, you know, my siblings, they good if they doing the right thing. I'm not just throwing money at you. I literally have to fight to make this money.
No, right. And if
I gotta
don't
fight another man, take my shirt off, take the robe, and put a small gloves on and go to war to make this money.
It ain't even just that part. It's the leading up to it.
That's how
go
my
crazy.
brain would think. And the training camp.
That's what go crazy.
I gotta fight you. I gotta fight somebody 3 days a week.
That's what go crazy, bro.
This how I knew retirement was close to me, because I started doing the math. I'm like, bro, I gotta, when you young, bro, you just go to
Start
camp.
adding it up, like-
But listen to me. I'm saying, telling myself stuff like, I'm like, bro, the average person go to a job. Like they kiss their family goodbye, they go to a job, and they just go do whatever they do. Bro, my job, I gotta pack a gym bag, walk in the gym and go fight 2 or 3 people that I'm paying to fight me.
Right.
Sparring partners. And I got Verge over here talking about, yeah, you knock him down, it's a bounty on his head. I'm like, this what we deal with 3 days a week for 8 weeks. That stuff start getting less and less interesting to me,
It
bro.
do. I feel like this camp though, like leading up, I wanted to do
You had to
it.
get some get back though.
I missed it. I missed it. Yep. And it's crazy because I do a little wild here and there. My bad for cursing. But I do wild stuff here and there. I started making the weight like a month out when I knew I should have did it ahead of time, bro.
Just to feel like you ready.
Yeah, just so I could lock in, because I knew it was going to be hard for me to lock in. So I had to force myself to lock in my own way that I know how. Nobody else will understand that but me, because it'd be hard for me to lock in. So when I locked, bro, I think I lost like 25 pounds that month. Yeah, when I was around that time, that same day that I saw you, what was it, the day before the weigh-ins? I lost 9 pounds.
Come on, bro. In a day?
That day, I lost 9 pounds. And like 2 days before that, I had lost 11. But I only had gained up. Listen, I had
20 pounds in 2 days, bro.
I had everything mapped out. No,
That
look.
was part of the plan?
No, but look, I had everything mapped out. So the press conference, the day before the weigh-ins, all that, I think I was like 132 or something. And so I'm adding, I'm like, damn, I only gotta lose this. I go to the gym after this little press conference. Man, they had us in there talking for hours. Now, mind you, we in Vegas, desert, bro. My mouth is dry. I had to drink nothing but water. I kept drinking while I get back. That's what I'm saying. I'm like 136, 139. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And look, that morning of the weigh-in, and that night before the weigh-ins, I was chewing gum. I had to keep spitting, bro. When I made the weight, I had to hop on the scale like literally 4 times. I had to hop on the scale. What? 4 times, right? I had to hop on the scale 4 times, naked.
To make it.
To the point where you know how you like this when I'm doing this. Last time you was like, man.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Like, listen, listen, man. I hope I make this. Soon I made him like, thank you, bro. I was chewing gum and spitting so much I make this weight.
That's crazy.
I couldn't taste my food when it was time to eat. To the point I didn't even eat all my breakfast. I had to keep pushing it aside because I couldn't taste nothing. My taste buds was messed up.
Bro, you lost 20 pounds the week of the fight.
Yeah, and still look good.
That's crazy.
But I said I can't do that no more.
That's crazy.
I can't do that again.
Bro, I lose maybe 4 or 5. And I be thinking that's crazy. I'll be like, bro, I'm like, where the 5 pounds gonna come from?
And that's how I was thinking. I was stressed at first, but I'm like, nah, God got me, bro. I'm gonna be cool.
You wild boy for that, bro.
No, I know.
You wild boy for that. 20 pounds is crazy.
Yeah.
But your body held up though.
It did. And you know how it is when you go through something, you be like, yo, people ain't gonna believe me. Like, I be start putting things on footage now. Like, you gotta have footage. You gotta have footage. Like, people wouldn't believe some of the stuff that go down.
So, man, you 3 years into your professional career, you won the IBO Super Bantamweight title. How did it feel, though, to finally get that WBO title? IBO is a world title, but it ain't as prestigious as the BO, BA, IBF, and the WBC. What that feel like?
It felt good, but I feel like a part of it was a little took away because Angelo Leo and the man gave me the belt in the ring.
After?
Yeah, so I had still had the Continental John.
They wasn't
my
messing with
international. It was one of them Johns. Yeah, so you know how it is when they pit that around you, they didn't do that. So it was like,
snatched
damn.
it. Yeah. If people don't know,
They lost, they took the belt, and they just...
because he was a champion.
Yeah.
People don't know when you tell them how it
There's
goes.
certain traditions,
Yeah.
you got what I'm saying? They give you the belt
Yeah.
when you win. When you go in the back, you know, you take pictures, whatever. After a little while, you take that belt, you give it to somebody, or you can take it back to the person you beat for it.
Yeah, if it's vacant, you get it right away.
If it's vacant, yeah, you get
if
it right
you lift
away.
it off of a champion, a respectful thing to do is say, let him celebrate with it, take it back to the locker room, like you said, you'll get it. Then you get yours sent in the mail, which is crazy.
Like 3 weeks, right? 2, 3 weeks, man. Shit take
brother,
I'll be sitting
took
there
heck
waiting.
long. But they taking them fees that night.
Yeah, like y'all gotta have something on deck, and then if it don't work out, then y'all just use that for somebody else. Like,
Bro, I'm
start
calling the
having shit on
WBA,
standby.
I'm calling the WBC like every week, like, can I get my bill? It's coming, it's coming.
right.
It came in a box with wrapping paper, like bubble wrap.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
was like, bro, that ain't no presentation or nothing. Now,
I know
we'll
what
get a
you're talking
WBC credit. When I won the WBC title, they had me in Mexico, they did a
They
presentation.
did something to me in New York.
Yeah, the other belts, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it, though. But you won that title, man, and it's like, what does it feel like to come back here, though? This a fight city. Like, and for people to see you crowned as a world champion, was it different?
Yeah, I loved it. I enjoyed every moment of it. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed every moment of it. It felt good. It was like a dream come true. And it was like, damn, that's what we worked for. But then you still had that one person in my ear saying, but it's just like, you gotta get more. Like, this not where you just, but they said that when I had the IBO, is why he said it when I had the IBO. Like, it's a nice belt, but no, we gotta keep going. Like, stay right there. So when you happy, you be like, damn, so I gotta get more. All right, cool. Now, where I'm at, I'm like, I'm gonna go up here and get this one, then I'm gonna go up again, then I'm gonna go get that one. Then I'm gonna campaign a little bit, then I'm gonna go get another one. Now I'm just like,
That's what you thinking right now.
I know I can do it, because I know I can do it. It's easy now. Like, no, I don't think none of them guys in my weight class can beat me.
No.
They ain't been through what I've been through. I don't listen to the media. And when I say the media, I'm talking about like not the people, the interviewers and stuff. I'm talking about like the social media experts and stuff. I don't listen to them. They had me losing. They had me getting knocked out plenty of times after my first loss. So it was like, you can't make not one mistake in their eye.
Yeah.
They be bigging you up. The first flaw they see,
He's trash.
you get hit one of these joints, but then he ain't got a chin. We fighting. What you think supposed to happen? It's a fight, bro. That's what people be losing me. Like, it's a fight. What do you think supposed to happen? It can go either way. We done seen plenty of times where a person been winning a fight, get hit one time, then the whole joint over.
You come with the territory.
It's
But
a
most of the
fight.
people don't know a fish hook from a left hook, and they trying to tell you how to fight.
Exactly.
I ain't
What you
saying-
need to do.
I ain't saying they can't weigh in, but you gotta weigh in a little bit more respectfully if you've
No,
never
right.
done what I'm doing.
No,
Like,
right,
maybe
right.
ask a question like, man, how did you feel when you got hit, man? You think it was over? What type of businessman is cool boy stuff? Like, you be giving in negotiations or you be fighting hard?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, if they come to you and say, hey, man, we want you to fight this dude for $2 million, you just gonna jump at the two, or you gonna say, man, I really thought I was supposed to get 2.5?
No, I got people to negotiate that for me.
You don't,
As
you're
well
not
as-
hands-on with that?
No, I'm
Do you
hands-on
weigh
with
in
it.
to your team
Hell
and say,
yeah.
go back to this?
Hell yeah.
So what type of businessman are you?
So all right, I'm the one where it's like when they come with an offer, first of all, I'm gonna see who the guy is. Like, if it's like a hard fight, then I'm like, nah, bro, y'all bugging. Like, come on, yeah, they gonna have to raise that. But he already on it. Like, no, we're not accepting nothing less than that. Like, no, nothing less than this. Like, and you still deserve more. And that's the type of business, man. Like, that's what it come down to. Like, I feel like I take my say so and bring it to my team, then we all just come with a plan. But I still have like I get the final say so. But if they make me feel comfortable, like, no, school, look, you do this bang bang, then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna rock out with y'all. Cause you had to have a strong team. You gotta believe in your team. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, then you just out here fending for yourself.
I don't know what's next, but, yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Hell no.
So what you just did, whatever they coming with next, they got to come correct, right?
Hell yeah.
I'm just making sure the game still work like that.
Hey, wow. They gotta go correct, man. I'm with y'all. They gotta go correct.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. What about how you spend? Because I know you like designing. I ain't trying to pocket watch you, but the designer ain't cheap. So how you deal with the money outside of how you good with the money, or you good with the money?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I pay my taxes.
Okay.
I got my man Lou back there and NYE. They the ones that been staying on me.
Yeah.
My
But I'm
career
saying,
about
do
my
you
taxes.
spend like, bro?
I spend money though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to spend some money. Yeah, I know how to spend some money. I'd be lying if I say I didn't, bro. I know how to spend some money.
Yeah,
I love clothes.
I see.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Your
know how to
stuff you be
spend.
wearing ain't cheap neither.
At all. Like that book bag I got over there, that's an $18,000 book bag.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Brother, you keep doing that, you gonna be fighting till you 50.
No, I ain't gonna keep
You
doing
gonna
that.
be pulling the beehive.
I slowed down.
Okay.
I slowed down a lot, bro.
Okay. Can we talk about what you, I mean, you gave me specifics, but like what you wanna do next? Like what's next? Cause you just pretty much called out your whole division and said none of them dudes can deal with me. So what you want next?
Hey, wow. What I want next? I want another belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to unify?
No,
Or you trying to go undisputed?
I'm trying to go up.
You trying to go up in weight?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you ain't one fight at featherweight and that's it?
I had 2 at feather.
Okay, so
Carlos
2.
Castro.
And you ain't trying to come back
I
down?
won both belts on both of them.
You're not trying to campaign at 30 and 26?
Yeah, I do both.
Yeah.
It had to make sense at 26 though.
Because 26 didn't sound like it was easy to make.
Exactly. So I had to hop on the ball ahead of time. But yeah, I feel like my body at 130 a lot more. But them 4 pounds is crazy, bro. Them 4 pounds make a major
It's
difference.
life and death.
Yeah.
It's life and death.
So
That's the difference between eating, not eating, drinking, not drinking.
bro. 130 I feel comfortable. So
Get back to the career. In 2022, you defended against Daniel Ramon. And then when did the Inoue fight start being discussed?
I think the media been like saying stuff about it before that, but I feel like right after that was like that's when they start putting their foot on the gas with it. Like
Your team?
everyone, no, not my team, but like everyone,
Okay.
like calling for the fight. And if you know you got the whole world calling for the fight, the media, then Japanese fans, then you know PBC, all them going to automatically know, and then his team going to automatically know. Like, all right, so this gonna make some money. Like, let's put this together. But it came to a point where I'm like, yo, like I don't want to stay at 22, cause that was getting rough for me to make, especially after the Brandon fight. That joint was rough. But then I still wound up doing it again for Daniel Roman, and I made the weight perfect that time. So, mind you, I fought one time that year. I fought Daniel Roman. Then another year come back around, I had to wait for Inoue to come up. And I'm still sitting there like, yo, I don't think I can. I reached out to people at PBC and everything, like, yo, I don't think I can make this weight, bro. Like, and then he got injured, and they pushed it back 3 more months. I'm like, I still was like, yo, I don't think, like, y'all know what I'm gonna have to go through to make this weight. I wound up still doing it, and I went out there, bro. We bought a treadmill and put it in one of their hotel rooms, and we bought heaters and put heaters in there. And I used a sauna for a month. I had to use that sauna every day
month?
through everything I did.
How long was you out there?
I was only out there for like 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks.
You felt like that was enough time?
Nah,
It wasn't.
it wasn't. I thought it would be though.
They what, 18, 19
I felt like I
hours?
was a little younger, so when you young, you feel like you can do whatever. But
You had time to reflect on that. What's your takeaway from that fight? What worked, what didn't work? You know, just
I should have trusted my body and went the up and stopped letting the fans engage you in what they want you to do.
So you think it was more the weight than anything?
I feel like it was more because when I got in there, I couldn't let nothing off. I wanted to let anything off. Like I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous when I was in there. Like people already knew I'm not scared of a scary fighter, but everything was like delayed off. I couldn't really get my groove to the point where I'm just in there like I'm now at that point I'm trying to fight. I want him to engage with me to fight, but he already had his game plan. He wasn't gonna do this. He was being smart. Which, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take your head off for somebody that's being smart. I wanted him to engage, like to just rumble me at that point because I couldn't box at that. I'm like, you know how you step back moving? I couldn't do none of that really. So I'm just sitting there like this, like stepping, taking small steps to him to show him like, yo, like, come on, let's fight. He ain't go for that. He ain't go for that.
What you think is his greatest asset?
His ring IQ was good. He had a good ring.
Is the ring IQ better than the power? Or the power
It was
better than
it was.
IQ?
I'm gonna let me put that back. It wasn't just ring. It wasn't a ring IQ. It was the movements, the distance, and how he do things. The power was cool, but the power didn't hurt me up until that time. You know what I'm saying? Like when I felt the power, that's what made me want to engage more. I'm like, oh, that ain't what everybody was it just felt like pressure. Like, you know, pressure just keep hitting you. It just felt like pressure. But it was that shot that I didn't see that did the job. You know what I'm saying? But he a good fighter, though.
And that was a tough loss for you, obviously.
Hell yeah.
And you struggled for a little bit after that fight. Personally, how did you work through that, and how did you get over it? And you may not be over it, I don't know.
No, I'm over that now. Because I don't give a F with nobody.
So when somebody bring it up, you don't feel no type of way about
Hell
it?
no. I even was making jokes around like, damn, I gotta stop. Like, I was making jokes, like, to the point where he had to, like, yo, come on, man, chill. But that's how I had to loosen myself up to prepare myself for the stuff that everybody was gonna say. I had to crack jokes on my damn self. But it was hard at first, getting over it. Cause then you see how the whole world turned.
Talk about that. Talk about that. Talk about that.
The media, everybody. Then there'll be certain people that I'll see outside when I was champion. Yo, bro, this and third. Then now you ain't champion anymore. They just turn their back.
The phone stopped ringing as much, huh?
Hell yeah. Then it's crazy. I had this one time my oldest son came to me like, Dad, you lost. How you lose? This and third. So now it's looking like.
You said that?
Yeah. I felt some way about it.
You gonna feel that?
Yeah, I felt some type of way about it. But I ain't let it like really get to me because I'm like, he don't understand, like, at all. He didn't understand it. Cause then he had his friends coming to him like, yo, your dad got knocked out. So I had to explain, bro, I ain't get knocked out. I got stopped, but I didn't get knocked out.
It's a difference, bro.
Let
me explain the difference,
bro.
to you. Yeah.
But if somebody say, oh, you got knocked out, I say, all right.
Yeah.
But I didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
I was up.
Yeah.
And he got me down and the ref just
Straight
hugged
up.
me and I hugged the ref back.
Yeah. Bro, I used to really be thinking about that in training camp.
No,
My kids
we're-
going to school on
Yeah,
Monday.
bro.
After the weekend, I used to think about that.
How they day gonna be. And then
Yeah,
and
the
now
stuff-
I'm already thinking, because I went back, I was in one of my apartments at the time. It ain't that I couldn't buy a house, it's just that I had other stuff going on. So I go back to the apartment, then you got everybody that's there, you are, and like that. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't gotta do that, but they don't know how that, you know what I'm saying? They don't know that. So I was just dealing with a lot. Family, mom issues again on that behalf. Like, I feel like that's one that really, I forgave her for it. You know, shout out to my mom. I forgive you for everything you did and everything we've been through. You're not a bad person. She is a good person at heart, but she just do effed up things, you know? So it was, my sisters had called me like when I got back. Mind you, that was a long flight back from losing. A long flight back. Yeah, like 20-some hours.
I felt double that, though, after
What?
taking the
I'm
loss.
just sitting there crying and everything.
Man.
So I'm in Houston at the time. I had a crib out there, so I'm in Houston at the time, man. You know, my sister was crying about it, whatever the case may be. Then they like, Mommy called us, right? Like in the midst of it happening. Like I wasn't out. Like I wasn't, the fight wasn't over yet, but in the midst of me getting dropped the first time, she called my sisters and said, damn, there go my house.
Oh, I read about
yeah,
that.
so that one cut me deep because like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I cried about that. And plenty of times I felt like I hated her, but I know I didn't.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It is. That's
heavy.
something to say. Because, you know, I look at it like, I always wanted that relationship with my mom. Like, I'm watching so I used to always lean on to my peers, like my friends and stuff like that. Because I see how their relationship is with their family. I never had a relationship like that. My family, all they did was argue, fight one another. My dad used to always say, why y'all argue so much like y'all hate one another? But that's how we was raised. So when that happened, that joint took a piece out of me. Yeah, that joint took a piece out of me. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be able to come to my mom and cry on my mom's shoulder. You know, be feeling like somebody that can nurture me. You know what I'm saying? Even as a grown man, we still need those things. Not to that severity as a kid, but, you know, we still need that
though.
shoulder. That woman, that's the role that the wife take on now at that point. But
Did you address it with her when you got back? Still to this day?
no, I ain't. She apologized for it because
She
she knew
did?
why. Yes, because she knew why I wasn't talking to her and things like that. But she said, damn, they go my house.
Dang.
And in my head, I'm like, damn, the fight wasn't even over yet. You counted me out before they even did this. You know what I'm saying? So I bet we go through things in this sport, bro. But people don't see these things. People don't know these things at all. And just reflecting on being out Japan, I had an amazing experience out there.
They love you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They be showing love.
But I ran three times a day just to make that weight. With that sauna on in that room. I was in that room. I was just like I lived in that room, bro. I came outside like 2 times. And I was to go to the Balenciaga store and another store, and that was it. Right.
Boy said, I'm going to the Balenciaga
Real
store for
red.
sure. We're gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
going to buy me something.
Bro, come on, bro. Three times a day.
Yeah, I had to make the weight.
Bro, it's gonna be hard to win a fight like that, bro.
Hey, if I said that, if people knew all of it, then they'd be, oh, he making an excuse. Come on, bro.
Dang.
That's why you gotta have this stuff on film, and I got this stuff on film. Yep, I
Tell
got my
your
whole
story.
trip on film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was hard, bro.
Man, so you got a new addition to the team, Bozy Ennis, man. Tell me how that meshed with your team and how that worked out last camp.
Oh, it was good for me. It was like I said to Wahi, it's like the best of both worlds for me because, they got two different training styles, two different point of views on the game. And, Bozy has like a regiment with him that we do. It's like it's muscle, it works muscle memory. So just off of you throwing something right now, I could block and come right back off it, off of muscle memory. Where Wahi, he like to have a game plan. Then I also have Hamza Muhammad on my side who weighs in on these things. And that's like my
So he still got a voice?
Yeah, hell yeah. And then he's like my safe haven, like my comfortable spot from when I was a kid. That was my first trainer, my only trainer since I came up. Exactly. So it's like all three of them was like the best of both worlds for me. And then they all had different perspectives. They come bring it together. Let's work.
So man, in the Brandon Figueroa fight, man, you didn't just go viral for your performance. You had a cold kit on, bro. Tell me about the kit and tell me what happened after that.
The fight set came up with me and shoe surgeon. Anytime we got a fight coming up, he hit me up. Yo, what you thinking of this time? Because I'm coming up with some crazy ideas. Came up with the Margiela joint. Came up with the Yeezy concept when I was out of Japan. So it was like this time he asked me, yo, what you want to do? I sent him a couple pieces like tops. He went back, sent me some different ones along with jean shorts. So when he sent the jean shorts, I looked at him and I'm like, how would I wear this in the street? Like that's how I look at my fits. Like I would have to want to wear this outside in order for me to put that on the ring. And I'm like, what would I wear with some jeans? I'll wear some butters with them jeans. Just like that, I wear some butters with them jeans. Like some Timbs. Let me get some butters. So I'm like, yo.
What'd he say when you first
put
told him?
Timberlands. They put the fire emoji. They put the fire emoji. And then after that, I ain't hear nothing else. And I just let them do them. So I'm like, I'm like, yo, I'm about to really pull this off. But I'm like, I got style anyway. I don't care what nobody say. And mind you, I already lost, so I really don't give a F what nobody got to say about my fight style, my fight fit, none of that. So when they pulled them out the suitcase, everything, I tried them on. I'm like, damn, these joints nice. But I told them, like, yo, yeah, well, my fight fit gonna be nice. They had the little Carhartt. You know what I'm saying?
I was nervous.
You said, huh?
I was nervous.
For what?
Cause I was telling my wife, she was like, he got on Timbs. I said, them ain't Timbs. They look like Timbs.
Yeah.
But they look kind of like they was heavy. Cause we trained to see that.
Them
Yeah, I told her that. I knew that they was boxer shoes, but they look like, bro, these Timbs though.
Yep.
How did they feel? I mean, they look like they felt good.
And
they
it was
felt like a
tight
boxing
on me.
shoe?
Yeah, it was good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The bottom of it was like made out of like a actual boxing, the wrestling boots that I wear.
Okay, that's the sole they had on it.
Yeah, it's the sole.
I was thinking like, bro, I hope Brody didn't do too much tonight.
Hell no. Plus, I wasn't worried about none of that. I was prepared. If them Timbs was heavy that day, I was prepared to stay my right there.
Yeah.
If need be.
You had some backup?
Yeah. You always gotta have that. You always gotta have that backup, especially when you're fighting a guy like him. Dirty.
So that thing went viral. Did it reach Timberland?
It reached some higher ups. You know? Yeah, it reached higher.
It might be something going on maybe in the future, possibly.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll take that. This is my last one for you, bro. How much more fighting you want to do, bro? How much more fighting you want to do?
Well, the way how things going now, I got a couple more years in me. Couple more.
Couple?
I'm 30.
Couple too.
I'll be 31 in July. So I got a couple more. Mind you, I can go as long as I want, but I got a couple more. Because sometimes I've been doing this since I was 12. You get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm branching off into like movies and stuff like that. I want to act. My style was nice, so I want to model some things, some brands and stuff like that. I want to start.
You still got the restaurant?
No, I closed it down for now. Yeah.
It's a tough business, huh?
Yeah, I want to move it.
You still want to do it, though?
That was the start of it. Yeah, that was just the start of it.
Yeah.
Not just when you want things to be better than what it was. That was just the start of it.
Seafood was looking good, though, brother.
Yeah, it is. It is good. It is
I'd
good.
have had a spot to go to if you still had it open.
Yeah, man, damn. You know what I'm saying? But I got other things in the works. And I can say this though. When people start calling me out after my fight that with Brandon, that shit felt good.
It shifted, yeah.
I'm like, damn, I miss when people used to calling me out. For that good year, I'm like, damn, ain't nobody calling, boy, nobody saying nothing. I ain't got the belt. Soon I won that joint, people are I want to fight. I'm like, yeah.
We back on. We back on.
I'm back where I need to be.
Man, I appreciate you, good brother, man. I appreciate you coming
for
on, man,
sure.
sharing your story.
Nah, for sure.
And you know, talking about the hard spaces, bro. That's why I love this podcast and these conversations, man, because we're gonna get to the boxing, we're gonna get to the X's and O's, but that life stuff and you being able to articulate the good, the bad, the ugly, it's a beautiful thing, man, and a lot of people need to hear it, bro. So I appreciate you,
sure.
man. We're gonna tap in with you again, you know, for your next fight, bro. And I appreciate you taking the time, bro.
No, for sure, man.
Man, that's it, man. We got another dope conversation and interview in Philly, man. We tearing Philly up right now, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace. Brother, thank you.
No, for sure.